You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. It's your girl, the Hood Table, back with another live. Can you believe it? I think I did 3 shows in like the last couple of weeks. And y'all know, if y'all been following me for a long time, I normally do much more content than that. But we are at the end of our busy season for my job. At the plantation. So as usual, around January, I start to pick back up with my content. So here we are, picking back up with the content. Okay, we're gonna try to take on a little bit of trending news. I saw this crazy story that I wanted to discuss with you guys about, and then also the name of the show is about, Luke Campbell, Tyler Perry, Diddy, the whole, all that shit that was going on with Diddy in the documentary with 50 Cent. A lot more people are chiming in on it and taking up for 50, having his back, against these other celebrities, these stars, the rich folks. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but also we're going to talk about some trending news. Like I said, I saw something really crazy on the internet. Okay, I was like, what the hell? Something that I could not imagine going through as a homeowner. Okay, so what's up, Melanated? How you doing, boo? What's up? Welcome. Now, I again I'm trying to get back in the algorithm. So if y'all please help me out by liking and sharing the video. I know I've been out of the algorithm for a while because for a minute I was only doing like shows on Sundays, with my busy schedule with rigs. And then of course I do a little uploads here and there for my cake business and my t-shirt business. But other than that, I really haven't been going live much. So again, we're trying to get back in this algorithm. So like I told y'all the other day, ain't no telling what the hell I'm gonna come on here talking about. Okay, ain't no telling. It might be hood news, trending news, celebrity news. I, for one, no shade, no tea. I, for one, haven't really found anything to talk about when it comes to the B sector. And I have really been trying, y'all. I've really been trying because y'all know I discuss B sector too. I really be trying. I just can't. I can't grasp it. There are certain people in the sector that I still watch religiously, faithfully, but I just can't grasp it. No shade, no tea. No shade, no tea. No offense to nobody. I don't know. When something starts, sticking with me, as far as the B sector, I'll start doing B sector content again. But for right now, I haven't done B sector content, you guys, since like last spring. It's going on a year since I've done B sector content. And I mean, the content is content for a lot of y'all, but I just, it's to me, it's just not, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just going to leave it at like that. But if I come across something that really interests me and pulls my strings and says, okay, the Hood Table, you need to do some content on that, I will. But until then, I'm going to just, go with the flow. This how we going to do 2026. We just gonna go with the flow, okay? But again, and you're welcome, baby. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's once again to everybody, to all the people that support me, all the hoodies, all my day ones, all my supporters, family, friends. Matter of fact, we are live on Facebook, so I gotta make sure I keep my eye on the Facebook, because child, when I be live on Facebook, people be commenting. I don't even realize it till the end of the damn show. So I got my Facebook open and I got my on mute, and then I got my YouTube open as well. But before we get into Luther and what he had to say about Diddy and 50 Cent, I want to take you to this other trending story that's out there in Cali. Some of y'all might have seen it, but it's a news story and it's about 4 minutes long. So we're going to watch this real quick and then we're going to chime in, because it's one thing to have property and you have like, what do they call those people? Oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Y'all help me out now. What do they call those people who move into your shit and they refuse to move out? What do they call them fuckers? They move into your shit and then they don't move out. And then you have to go through the courts. You got to call the police. You got to do all kind of shit to get these motherfuckers out your crib. And that's your crib. Squatters. Thank you, Melanie. It was right on the tip of my damn tongue. It's one thing to have squatters in your house. And that's another reason why, you guys, I don't play that shit. If people are homeless, I'm going to pray for you. If I'm homeless, pray for me. Because if you are homeless, I'm going to pray for you. Family, friends, it's only a very, very, select few, like maybe 3 at the most, that would allow to come stay in my shit if they were, having hard times. Because y'all know how it go. If y'all ever had somebody live with you, or y'all know how it go, if they live with you for a certain amount of time, if they receive mail there, if they, it's hard getting people out of your house, but it's even harder getting squatters out your house. But this story is a little bit different, you guys. It's one thing to have a squatter in your house, and it's another thing to have a whole motherfucking 550-pound bear that then moved into your shit, and you can't get them out, and the city is not doing much to help you. So y'all, I'm about to bring this on because I had to talk. I saw this and I said, I have to talk about this on the hood table before I get into this Diddy shit, because I just can't. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yes, a 550-pound bear that moved in this man's house. Y'all, just watch the video with me, okay? Just watch the video. I'm going to go on mute so I can play this video.
CBS News 24/7. Have you ever had a guest that just wouldn't get the hint, wouldn't leave? That's the plight of a Southern California man. But in this case, it's not who's in the house. It's what's under the house. Ken Johnson has been living with a burly 550-pound bear under his house since November. There's the bear. He says the state is no longer helping to get the bear out. CBS spoke exclusively with this guy, and his plight is very clear.
Does this kind of feel Home Alone-ish? Like you're...
Yeah, I never thought of that. I always think of Coyote Roadrunner.
So let's continue following this. Live in Altadena, California is none other than CBS News correspondent Carter Evans. Okay, so Carter, first of all, are you safe? Where the hell is that bear?
So I want to set the scene. I mean, this is just a regular neighborhood, right? I mean, I'm on a sidewalk. There are lots of homes here. This is Altadena where the fire was, but these homes did not burn. This is Ken Johnson's home. This is where he lives with that giant black bear under his house. This thing is over 500 pounds, and I kind of want to give you a better idea of where it is because it's not right in front there. You see he's got the side of that.
This is the year your hair stops holding you back. You'll wear it down, and for the first time in a while, you'll like the...
Sorry, it has a commercial. But also, when did newscasters start being allowed to curse on air? Now, I know he only said hell, but still.
Underneath the house, these are raised foundation houses. People have them on their house garbage can. He's got the side of the house blocked off with a garbage can there. There is a crawl space. Many people have them on their houses here where you can get underneath the house. These are raised foundation houses. And that bear broke into the crawl space, and it's been inside there for more than a month now. He's tried to get it out. He's got cameras set up. It does come out from time to time. But one of the reasons he's got it blocked off there, and I talked to him this morning about it, he doesn't want anybody back there because apparently when the bear smells that people are around, it doesn't want to come out. So he doesn't want anyone around. He wants to give that bear every opportunity to get out from under his house.
Okay, so what are the plans then to get the bear out?
Okay, so he's contacted the Department of Fish and Wildlife here in California, and they set up a bear trap out here a few weeks ago, and it worked. He caught a bear. Just not the bear that was living under his house. He caught an entirely different bear. So he's still got this bear under his house. And he says every night he can hear it rustling around in there, tearing up plastic. And he's just wondering, like, what day is this giant bear going to break up through the floor of his house? He is very angry now at this point because he feels like he can't do what he needs to do to get the bear out from under the house. Now, I've contacted the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. They say they are still actively working with Mr. Johnson here to get the bear out. They're saying what he really needs to do is be on the ball and close the area off when the bear comes out, because it does come out from time to time. But for example, the last time it came out, he told me he has a camera. It was at 4 a.m. on Christmas morning, and he missed it. And by the time he noticed it, the bear was back underneath his house. Oh, and by the way, it broke a gas pipe, so he had to turn off his gas to the house. So no heat and no hot water, and the bear is nice and warm and cozy under the house.
Well, and the last I checked, Carter, there's not like a specialty in the law when you go through maybe the yellow pages and look for somebody who represents you if you've got a bear under your house. Can he take legal action? Not against the bear.
So that's a question I've asked the California. Yes, right, exactly. Yes, the bear is a squatter at this point. Might soon have squatters' rights. So who would you sue in that case? But no, it's the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. That's who he is frustrated with. He thinks it's their responsibility. They've come over here and told him what he can and can't do with the bear. And I asked him, I said, are you concerned that if there are things that you might do to try and scare the bear that you might get in trouble? And he said, that's just it. He said, I don't know what my rights are. I don't know what I can legally do myself to get this bear out from underneath the home. All he can do right now is monitor the cameras, try and be there if the bear comes out again, and seal off that crawl space somehow.
Carter, I don't want to interrupt you, but you might want to look behind you. Quick, look. I'm kidding.
Oh my God, you got me for a second, because I was thinking, like, wouldn't that be great if the bear came out while we were doing this live shot right now? But no such luck.
It wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be great. We like you on TV and not in the jaws of a bear. Okay, we feel bad for the homeowner.
One of us would run off and close off the crawl space.
That's right. Well, Carter, it's great to talk to you. You've worked so hard this year in Altadena. Our best.
Child, can you imagine? Y'all? See, I'm telling y'all, I'll be finding the craziest stories on the internet. But when I ran across that story, I can't imagine a bear crawling under my crawl space. Now, I have a crawl space only because there was an addition added onto my house when I purchased it. So my house was totally gutted, remodeled, and to build on this extension, they had to put like a crawl space, but it's not even really a crawl space because it's totally closed in, but you can see it from my garage because I have windows going to the crawl space from my garage so I can see it. But you can easily, like, if a bear wanted to, he could bust in through that damn thing through a window and be right up in that motherfucker. But I cannot imagine. And then, you know, he's dependent on the California wildlife to take care of that shit. And he's been dealing with this shit for a minute. Yeah, they cracking jokes. He was like, what the hell is going over there? I said, what? I don't normally hear newscasters cursing. I do not normally hear newscasters cursing. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I've been missing it, you know, but And again, it was only the word hell, but still, I ain't never heard no newscaster say what the hell is going on out there. Like what? That was too funny to me. But yeah, so good luck with that, because me personally, we don't deal with bears here in the Midwest. We every now and again, we'll have a mountain lion that comes from all the way to the outskirts of the country, and it comes down close to the city. Matter of fact, last year, if y'all remember, I was posting about that damn mountain lion. He was getting a little too close for comfort. He was getting a little too close for comfort. He came from out the country area. He came all through the interstates and the highways and the byways. He came out through the suburbs, past the malls and things. I mean, it got real close to the hood, like too close to the hood. Like our hood starts below 72nd Street, and that's the last spotting of the mountain lion. So it has started on like 170th something street and got all the way to like 72nd. And that's where the hood begins. And it goes all the way down to like 16th Street. So it was a little too close for comfort. Bears, we ain't got no bears around here, but I can't imagine having one living in my basement. And did y'all see the bear? Did y'all see how the bear was going into that little ass window? Like that big fat ass bear. I'm like, what the fuck? Do it not got bones? It's like squeezing through that shit like a damn mouse. Like a mouse. You know how mice, they can get through the tiniest little sliver. Mice can get through the tiniest little sliver in your house. And that bear, fat ass, it was big as fuck, man. Child, y'all gonna have, if y'all came in late, rewind, child. That shit, I was gagged. And see, the thing about it is, I know he wants to just pop that damn bear. And the county and the government, the state is like, well, why don't you just seal it off? Why don't you just block it off? But if it's me and I work away from home, even though the homeowner got cameras out there. What up, Mary Carey? Hey, boo. How you doing? I was going to discuss a little bit about your live today, because I was telling people earlier, I ain't really been finding nothing that interests me, that hold my attention in the B sector lately to discuss. But boy, it went off on your was that this morning with Lovely Love and Rune Shaker? Was that this morning? I think it was this morning. I think. Or was it yesterday? No, I think it was this morning. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. See, I'm telling you, I'll be here and there in the B sector. I'll be here and there. But anyway. Yes. But yeah, make sure y'all like and share the video on your way in. Now, Melanator said, what part of California was that in? Hold on, let me pull it back up. I ain't gonna put it back on the screen, but I definitely got the link to the news site. Because it started with an A. It was like Alta. It was a part of Cali that had got burned down like a year ago or so. It's in Southern California. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Damn. Let's see. Where was it? It says Southern California. It's Altadena, California. And this is from a story 3 days ago. What up, Tay baby? Tay baby. What up, though? How y'all doing? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. But yeah, so like I was telling y'all at the beginning of the show, I'm trying to get back in the algorithm. So y'all help me out by liking and sharing the video, please. Because y'all know my busy season with work is over. It goes through October to January every single fucking year. This has been going on for the last 7 years that I've been around the B sector. And at the end of every year, I'm hit and miss. I'm hit and miss. You might see me, you might not. But so yeah, the busy season is dying down. I have to work this weekend, but I'm so caught up on work that I probably only got to do like 2 or 3 hours in the morning, and then that's it for the weekend. Because they done got your girl down for 8 hours tomorrow, 8 hours Sunday, and I'm like, it ain't even that much work left. Like, we're not that behind. We start off with like around 4,000 to 5,000 orders in October. And we're down to like 100 and about 100. I don't think that'll take me all weekend. But anyway, child. So I'm trying to go live on a regular basis again. Whatever topic I feel like discussing. If it's B sector, if I find something interesting, maybe. If not, it'll probably be some trending news or celebrity news. But okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, tell them to hit that like and share button. So, okay. So now that we discussed the crazy trending story that I found on the internet, now we're going to get into the title of the show, which has to do with Luke Campbell. And I have some thoughts on this, and y'all please let me know y'all thoughts on this. Luke Campbell, I don't really see or hear of him speaking out towards like trending news or things like that. So, very Carrie, you've been doing good though. I be seeing you like, I don't know what, like every few days or so. I be in the clouds, like for real. Sometimes I don't drop down, but when I drop down, and especially if it's somebody I truly support or I'm a moderator, I definitely share your video. You can go down my community wall and you will see your video. If I mod for you, you will see your video. So I definitely, if I can't jump down in the chat because I'm working, I'll definitely share the video and like. But and I'll drop the Cash App and all that shit. But yeah, so sometimes I be in the clouds, but I'll be supporting. But yeah, we got, we can't be out here all day, every day, like some people. It's just I still will never be able to comprehend. Somebody help me comprehend how some people can be on this platform all day long. I don't even have children anymore. But when I had, God forbid. I said I don't have children anymore. Yes, I do. I have children. They're alive, okay? They're just grown. And they live with their girls. They live with their one men, okay? And one of them have kids. So he lived with his one man and child. But I don't have little kids or, teens running around anymore. So it's just me. It's just me. But even when I had kids, we were so busy. When I had them in the house, we were so busy with sports, homework, after school activities, my job, my college, their college, when they went to college. I never found time to be on here. Oh, damn day. I don't know how. I couldn't even squeeze barely an hour in when my children were growing up to get on social media. But anywho, we try as we might, Carrie. We try as we might to stay in the algorithm and keep the content in. But hey, it is what it is, yo. It is what it is. But I'm back after my busy season for work. Like I said, I'm back trying to get back in the algorithm. So please like and share the video. I'm going to try to bring y'all some great content, some regular content. Why? Because I love you. That's why. Okay? Y'all know I love y'all, and I hope y'all love me too. All right? But you said the young one left the room. Yes, the baby left, and I still call him the baby. See, that's what I love about my kids. It's like, that's mama. That's mama. That whatever mama say. Whatever's mama say. You my baby. You always gonna be the baby. My sons are so cool and down to earth, and they keep getting on me because they're like, Mom, when we gonna start our YouTube channel 3 the Hard Way? That's what our YouTube channel is supposed to be called, and it's gonna be me and my sons. I'm like, well, shit, y'all always working. Y'all work like damn near all through the night, overnight to the wee hours in the morning. Then when y'all get off, y'all sleep all goddamn day. Then I'm working all day, so I don't know how we gonna figure this out. But we've been trying to do this show with mother and children show, and just bringing a different perspective. Me, I'm an older woman, I'm an OG, and my sons are in their 20s, so we just want to think of a time frame where we can do this, and we're going to start off with maybe once a month, just once a month, to see how it goes and see if it takes off. But yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Me from an OG perspective, them from a YG perspective, discussing different things, whether it's celebrity or news or family or kids or life. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I got to get with my boys, and I really want to seal that deal in 2026 because we have been trying to do this for months. Okay, but anywho, now to the title of the show, and welcome. Happy New Year's, everyone. Please like and share the video. So for the title of the show, shout out to the people watching on Facebook. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all. Okay, and shout out to the person who's in my inbox right now trying to order a cake. Okay, I'm going back and forth in the inbox on the side with a potential customer who needs a cake order. But I will holler at you later. So, about the title of the show, I'm going to pull up this video. It's a few videos that I want to pull up. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to pull up is a clip from the Breakfast Club, and it's only 1 minute. It's only 1 minute, so I want to pull that up first. Let's see, what did I do with it? Okay, that's the one from Luke Campbell. That's the one about Oprah. Damn, did I save? Okay, hold on. Just give me 1 second. 1 second. Like and share the video, please, and thank you. Twitter. See, 50 Cent. 50. Okay. Okay, I got it. I found it. Okay. So let me pull it over, and I apologize for the wait, for the delay. But, okay, so this is from the Breakfast Club. And excuse me, let me clear my throat. I'm a little nasally. I apologize. Okay, let me pull this up. And I definitely want to put my my banner up real quick, my copyright. So I just want to throw the copyright up there. Fair use, copyright statute, criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. All right. So we got that out the way. So let me play this. It's 2 videos I want to play. I'm going to play this one first, and then I'm going to play one for Luke Campbell.
Saying a black man shouldn't be doing this to another. Saying a black man shouldn't be doing this to another black man. How come we not having conversations about what Diddy did to other black people? Like when you watch that documentary, every person on that documentary except for Aubrey O'Day is black. So how come nobody is saying a black man shouldn't do that to other black people? Because here's the thing: there are things we know Diddy did because we saw it, and there are things he's being accused of. We don't know if they're true. Right. But either way, majority of people who are accusing him of something are black. So I don't understand why, there's not more conversations about that, but everybody's so, 50 Cent shouldn't be doing this to another black man. What about all the black people Diddy did and allegedly did stuff too.
Then they be acting like he made stuff up, right? Because and like I've heard about a lot of this before the doc came out. It was just that the doc was like, damn, like to actually see it in a documentary, putting it all together is like, damn, the clarity. Like,
can't nobody make? Yeah, you can't make this. You can't. I mean, you don't get me wrong. You can make stuff up.
Yeah.
But he didn't. We've been hearing a bunch of these stories forever. And guess what? Like I said, these are black people's stories, except one white girl was on that documentary, 4 parts. Everybody else was black. And I ain't heard nobody say, damn, Diddy shouldn't have been doing black people like that. But 50 Cent shouldn't be doing that to another black man.
You know, I have to, and trust me, Charlamagne, he done had some shit. He done had some shit said about him in the past. He done said some shit about him in the past. Some things that he did when he was younger. So, you know, we didn't let him slide about that. He was dragged through the streets for his bullshit as well. But what 50 Cent had to say about that shit was, damn, finally, somebody said it. Because that's all we've been hearing about ever since. And I was talking about that. I swear to God, was I talking to Riggs on his show about that the other week? Or I was talking to somebody about that. It baffles me how people are always saying things like, why'd you wait so long? Not in this situation, but just in situations when shit like this go down, and some people don't speak out right away because usually the person they're speaking in reference to is really rich or really wealthy, or they have a lot of control in the industry, and they can blackball you easily with a telephone call, a click on the internet, a click on the PC. They can blackball you quickly. Or you don't have lawyers that you can pay high dollar amount to fight, combat their lawyers. So a lot of people do keep that shit in. And then when the shit hit the fan, they be like, oh shit, well, let me tell my story too. So it baffles me how some people be like, why you wait so long? Why you just now coming out? But then when people do come out and do speak on the shit, then it's, damn, why we trying to bring a black man down? Like, why 50 Cent doing this to another black man? Thank you, Charlamagne. That's how I felt. I've been feeling like this forever, and I hate when people are around here talking about not just in this sector, but just in general, how people be talking about, why are you doing this to him? They just jealous. They just hating. They just want his spot. Don't nobody want his slippery ass motherfucking baby oil ass spot. Don't nobody want his motherfucking nasty ass, syphilis ass, allegedly having, chlamydia allegedly having, herpes allegedly having, spot. Come on. Like Cassie testified that after getting so many diseases, the prescriptions wouldn't even work anymore. The prescription said, bitch, we're done. It's a wrap. I don't know what to tell you. You can go to all the doctors you want to and pay for all the prescriptions that you want to, but that shit in your drawers is not going to go anywhere until you stop messing around with all these motherfuckers and keep all these niggas out your shit. And at the same time, you soaking that bush up with baby oil. Well, she's probably shaved. You soaking that puss up with baby oil and having raw sex and catching UTIs and other things. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want Diddy spot. Sure. Hell no. No. So I really hate how people condemn those who might be too scared to talk, or they can't afford expensive lawyers to go against these millionaires, billionaires, or they know they can be blackballed. I told y'all once before, and people have mentioned it once before. I mean, people mention it all the time. When I ask y'all every now and then, do y'all ever think about the Tevin Campbells? Do y'all ever think about any of the people who were just off the charts, badass, acting, singing, dancing, rapping, in the industry, in the entertainment world, and then they just fall off the fucking map? Do y'all ever just wonder why? It's not because they weren't talented. Like we see Tevin Campbell singing higher notes than Mariah Carey damn near, and he's all over the damn world touring and under the most best, impressive, talented people. And he just disappears. And next thing we know, he down there getting prostitutes and on drugs and looking like a whole crackhead. I mean, that's just one person. That's just one person. The shit that goes on now has been going on for decades. For decades. This ain't no new shit. And what up, Jill? Hey, boo. How you doing, Jill? Happy New Year, girl. Happy New Year's. Jill be doing her thing over there on her channel too. Yes, yes. Shout out to us. Shout out to the ones that are still trying to do our content, regardless of who support or who don't support. Shout out. We bring real content. Real, authentic content. Okay? I can definitely say that about you and Barry. But yeah, so it's like and this shit probably went on back in the 30s, the 40s, the 20s, as far as entertainment can go. Shit, all the way back to the plantation, all the way back to y'all know how it is. But people out here still want to stick their foot out and trip you over Diddy if you talk about him or make a documentary about him. Like Charlotte said, ain't nobody making this shit up. Just like with Kells, ain't nobody making that shit up. We saw that shit. We saw him marry Leah. We saw him. We literally saw him. Not all of y'all, but we literally saw him pissing on that little girl. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but in my neck of the hood, way back in the gap, when I was still living in the projects, yes, the projects, that video was hot commodity around the projects. Everybody who had a VCR was watching that shit. Sure was. So you just can't make shit up. And I feel like if people out here is going to get into that shit and then they get exposed, hey, it's par for the course. One day you're going to get what's owed to you. You fuck around with kids, you mistreat people, one day it's going to catch up with you. And ain't no black on black. Talking about why 50 doing this to another black man. 50 rich too. He ain't got to do this shit. 50 is just like a Cat Williams. And like a lot of other people who just bring the shit to the light. Like, y'all sleeping on these motherfuckers, but y'all praising them like they God at the same time. So he's bringing the shit to the light. The shit we be hearing over the years, I love it. I said it before. I love it. Expose all the motherfuckers. And now, 50 talking about Tyler Perry too. Now, 50 and Tyler were supposed to collaborate a couple of years ago on some shit. They never did. But recently, 50 Cent, he had to clap back on Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry has something to say about the documentary. So let me pull up what Tyler Perry had to say about the documentary. Oprah too. Yeah. Oprah has something to say too about what 50 Cent had to say, about Tyler Perry. Now, what I'm going to do is pull up this picture right here. Let's see if I can save it. 50 Tyler Perry. Okay, here we go. So let me pull this up so y'all can see this. You said I didn't watch it. Shake my head. Just girl, you know when? Hey, I was in the hood. I'm on the outskirts. Well, I won't even say I'm on the outskirts of the hood now. I'm still in the hood. I'm just maybe in a little bit nicer area in the hood. You know what I mean? Like a hop, skip, and a jump, and you gonna hear some gunshots. Okay, I'm not that far removed. Okay, I'm just a few blocks away, basically. But okay, so let me pull this picture up. I don't know if y'all seen it. I don't know if y'all heard about it. But yeah, Tyler Perry has something to say about 50 Cent. So we're gonna look at this. And I'm gonna blow it up real big. But yeah, back to that video with R. Kelly, it was just going through the hood. Everybody, it was just going through the hood, and I admit, when I first watched it, I really didn't know what I was about to watch. It was just a hot commodity. They was selling it out of trunks, just like No Limit Soul just was doing it back in the Gap. They was just selling the shit, pop the trunk. They was just selling the video, and everybody was watching it. I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What y'all watching?" Shoot, I saw it at a neighbor's house. I was like, damn. It was going around, round and round, round and round. Hey. Okay, so here it is, y'all. Can y'all see it, or do I need to make it a little bigger? I think that's about as big as I can make it without covering up some of the words. Okay, so it was breaking news. Now, this was a little while ago. This was about a month ago. Breaking news, Hollywood just got real uncomfortable after mega producer Tyler Perry reacted to the newly released Diddy docuseries on Netflix produced by 50 Cent. Tyler took to Twitter and wrote, "I just finished watching the docuseries by 50. I gotta admit, I know I'm a freak too, but that Diddy was on a whole different level. My only issue is it only showed the dark side and not the good side, or the lives he's changed. Still, a very interesting piece of shit to watch." Tyler Perry goes on to say, "Oh yeah, it was legit. It was legit." This is from Tyler. Tyler Perry actually posted this on his shit, and somebody screenshot it and reposted it because 50 Cent saw Tyler Perry's post and 50 Cent clapped back. So yeah, it's a very legit post. And again, this happened about a month or so ago after the documentary came out. So it's been a minute. But the reason why I'm going over that again, because we already discussed this, is because Luke Campbell has something to say about Tyler Perry and Oprah. So after 50 Cent saw that, he tweeted, "We all know you move the same way in the acting industry. Don't worry, your documentary coming soon." That's what 50 Cent had to say. So, as far as that goes, we've been hearing for years accusations against Tyler Perry. We've been hearing for years that Tyler Perry is gay on the down low, which to most people, that don't really matter. We don't give a fuck who you fucking, as long as you're not bringing harm to someone. That's all most people care about. Like, really, honestly, truly, it's 2026. Yeah, there are still people out there who are homophobic, but most people don't give a fuck who you fucking. As long as you don't try to mess with them if they don't go that way, or as long as you don't bring harm to nobody else. You know, that's how most people feel. But we've been hearing for years accusations against Tyler Perry. For years. And now more accusations. Every time you turn around, more accusations. And it's a lot of people out here trying to sue Tyler Perry right now for doing some of the same crazy ass shit that Diddy was doing. So are you surprised that Tyler Perry would stand up for Diddy? Most of the predators will stand up for each other. Most of the predators will keep shit under the rug. That's what goes on in Hollywood. That's what goes on. That's why people been fighting so hard to get them Weinstein, not Harvey Weinstein, but what's his name? Oh God, now I can't think of his name. Y'all know the dude that they was trying to get those files released, the one who hung himself in the jail. I can't think of his name right now. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, that's why they've been trying to get those files released to find out who else was involved in that scandal. Because there'd be a lot of them. And it's usually the rich, the famous, the wealthy, the ones that you be like, oh my gosh, I would have never. I haven't said I would never in a long time. All the shit that goes on in Hollywood and the entertainment industry, please. I'm telling you, it's probably around the time period when Kells had married Aaliyah. It was probably around that time period when I was like, shit, don't nothing shock me anymore. And when you come up in the atmosphere that I came up, where a lot of guys, like I said this before in one of my shows, that people try to act like it ain't what it was. And what up, pretty chocolate girl? Hey, pretty chocolate girl. How you doing, babe? Happy New Year's, boo. But people try to act like it ain't what it was back in the gap. Back in the gap, me and a whole bunch of other chicks, we wanted to date the older guys. We wanted the guys with the money. We wanted the guys in the J's. We wanted the guys with the cars. We wanted the guys with the bling, the jewelry, the hustlers. We didn't want no little pee-wee butt-ass nigga in high school in our same grade. Them dirty-ass, dusty-ass niggas. We didn't want them. We want the ones that was out there hustling and flossing. So it ain't like this shit just started happening a couple of years back or a decade or so back. This shit been going on. I talked about it before, like just with even with my parents and their parents. They raised them to get with older men. They raised them to get with a man who can get you in a house and who can work hard, whether it's out in the fields or out at a one of those factories or something like that. A lot of people were raised like that. Now, there were some people who were not. Like, no, you ain't gonna touch my daughter. There were some who were not. But in a lot of communities back then, 80s, 90s, you know, that's what it was. And a lot of people were so impoverished back then to have their daughter dating a guy who was making money. And don't be one of them greedy ass mamas back in the day. Oh yeah, make sure he give you some money. Make sure he pay you. We got light bill due. We need food on the table. Your little sisters and your little brothers need school clothes. A lot of parents back then was pushing their children. I don't want to say, let me take that back. I don't want to say they were pushing them to date a young man an older guy like that, but I'm saying they weren't against it. If you were 16, 17, and you were dating a 20, 21, 22, back then, it was more acceptable. It was. I dated an older guy. A lot of my friends dated older guys. It was a thing. So it wasn't like super surprising for R. Kelly to be dating Aaliyah. But when he got married, that was like, what? And then we found out that allegedly she got pregnant and had an abortion, and we saw the documentaries. And then all the shit that followed with different celebrities and different, people in the entertainment world. It's like, come on now. If y'all can't believe this shit, then I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. People still take up for Kells. People still take up for Diddy. People still take up for Harvey. People still take up for Cosby. They gonna take up for all kind of celebrities because they really don't care about who they harming. What up, Deanna? Hey, boo. How you doing, love? But so we did just watch what Charlamagne had to say. We did watch what 50 had to say. When Tyler Perry came at him, Tyler Perry thought he was going to pull a little slick one. Shit, Diddy be on that shit. 50 be on. This is 50's internet, okay? This is 50's internet. If you go on 50, go to 50's Twitter page, he got all these posts showing how many followers he done got. He is like the top celebrity with the most Twitter followers and retweets and all that kind of shit from 2025. And he over there bragging about it too. So let me get this off the screen. And then I'm going to show you. Okay, now we're going to go to what Luther Campbell had to say, and then we're going to tie this shit all up. And you know what? Luther Campbell did come to 50's defense. But when I look back at all the shit that Luther was involved in, I ain't gonna hold you when I have to say I'm surprised that a lot more scandals didn't come out about him. Out of all people, I am a little surprised that Luther Campbell came out in defense of 50, because we done heard a lot of But anyway, let me go on mute so we can hear what Luther had to say about Tyler, what he had to say on the slick to 50 and Oprah as well, because y'all know Oprah has some shit to say too, right? Oprah has some shit to say too. Let me tell y'all what Oprah said. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay, Oprah Winfrey, at the end of December, she weighed in on the chaos surrounding 50 Cent's viral Netflix docuseries about Diddy, and she aimed straight at the moment, not the man. Well, kinda. I'm just reading a article. They said, Oprah wrote, I've been watching the reaction to this docuseries, and I find it troubling how pain, allegations, and unresolved trauma are being repacked as entertainment. There's a difference between accountability and exploitation. I spent my career creating spaces for healing, truth, and dignity, not turning people's darkest chapters into binge-worthy content. Viral attention is loud, but it isn't always responsible. History doesn't just remember who told the story, it remembers how they told it. She said all that, and then 50 Cent responded exactly how you expect, with unapologetic CEO energy and a smirk you can hear through the screen. He said, Oprah, I don't sell healing candles. I sell reality. This ain't a book club. It's a documentary. People been whispering for years. I just turned the volume up and let Netflix handle the speakers. If the truth feels uncomfortable, maybe it's because it finally stopped being protected. Then 50 Cent added the closer, half joking, half deadly. You had couches. I got contracts. Different tools, same goal, except my audience actually asked to see this. And people have been begging 50 Cent to pull this documentary together. Now, mind you, Oprah was saying all this drama and pain and all this should not be content. This should not be entertainment. But the crazy thing about it is, those same two people can make videos, not videos, but they can make movies and shows depicting people doing the same shit. What was Color Purple? I mean, Oprah played in that, right? A man who was sleeping with little kids and making them his wife. And then the daddy getting the Oprah character pregnant with like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 kids. And then Oprah's husband trying to get with the sister. I mean, y'all can make movies about this shit that might not be real, but it depicts a lot of shit that has went on in history. But let somebody tell a real story, then some of y'all out there, y'all want to be like, oh, well, oh my God, why is the black man coming against the black man? Like, we can tell fake stories, but we can't bring the real tea out and expose the people who's doing all the fuck shit in the industry. It's called protecting. It's called protecting the predators. And that's what they've been doing for years in the industry. And that's why I said it before and I say it again. I appreciate the people in the industry who keep exposing the horrific behavior that is displayed by some of the people that we have looked up to over the years, that we have made rich over the years. Like Charlamagne said, y'all talking about why is a black man coming towards a black man? But why did this black man hurt all these black people? His staff, the women he were with, people that he was doing business with, recording artists, his producers, his security team, his chef, his assistants. His like, why was he doing black people like that? Don't give me that. I hate that. I've been saying this many times. I hate when people say, oh, they just trying to bring a black man down. No, you brought your own self down. Not just Diddy, but a lot of people. And it ain't just black. It's white people too. You brought your own self down. So let's get to this Luther video. I'm going to hit mute.
So when you're trying to put two and two together, so Biggie told me this dude Jay-Z is going to be the hottest thing in the world. He called it. He freaking called it. And then me and Biggie went in the studio and did a song. And that was my guy. I love him to death. Both of them dudes, I love them to death. So ironic that we're seeing these documentaries and all these things going on TV right now. And there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle that is not being put on there. Shouts out to 50 Cent. Hey, you're doing an excellent job. Oprah and all them want to come. It's so funny, right? That we always attack each other. Oprah, sit your ass down, Oprah. You and Tyler Perry, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. Let 50 Cent have his moment. Ain't nobody talk about y'all and y'all master slave movies. You interview many people, Oprah, on your couch, having motherfuckers crying and having motherfuckers high and jumping up on the couch and losing their career and all these things with that all-white audience. So shut the fuck up. Leave 50 Cent alone, Oprah. Same thing for you, Tyler Perry. All these male-bashing movies you make, boss, where you feed into what society has deemed as African-American men that ain't shit, and we cheat on our women when, in all actuality, when you do the numbers, our women are actually leaving us. And then when you do the real, put the real together, it ain't us. It's a combination of the two. But I don't see no movies. I don't see you doing no movies where the white man is leaving the white woman or the white woman leaving the white man. I don't see you doing them movies. But you profiting off of tearing down the black man. But then now you got something to say about 50 Cent and what he did on the movie. See, that's us. We just tear each other down and we come for each other because, oh, we want to be the only one making movies. We don't want the only one speaking for black people. That's why I hate all these political consultants and all these us. We just do that to each other. You don't hear no white women tearing no black men down. And you don't see no movies of that shit. Somebody profiting off of all that. So shut the fuck up. Leave 50 Cent alone. Let him do his documentary the way he wants to do his documentary on Puff. Puff get out of jail. Puff can then do his own documentary and everybody be happy and let them do what they do. That is what we call hip hop. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with it. Y'all always hated it. Y'all always had something bad to say about it. So leave us the fuck alone and go on about y'all business. Bottom line, So now, let me get into the show, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to get that off.
Well, all right. Lou coming through. Okay. I feel him. I absolutely feel him. I like Oprah. I like Tyler Perry, but shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Y'all talking about why 50 going against a black man, but y'all like the content that they have brought over the years. Luke just said it all right there. Nobody could have said it better. Charlamagne hit the nail on the head. He hit the nail on the head. Nobody could have said it better. Why are y'all defending this real life person who committed all these crimes, but y'all depict the type of scenarios in y'all movies? And I didn't watch every fucking Tyler Perry movie there is. I'm not really into plays. I don't do all that singing all through the damn movie. I love my singing though. You know, I was raised in church, Pentecostal be it may, but I was raised in a church. I'm used to the Holy Ghost stomping, shouting, you know, church lady hats, Bible thumping. My mother was very, very super over the top religious. I grew up with that. So I do understand the church scene, but I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better. And he has, from the time that Tyler Perry, I have to say, he has done a lot for the black entertainment world. I have to say that. Even though he's coming under fire right now for accusations, which to me are pretty believable. Like I said, I'm not shocked at nothing no more when it comes to these celebrities. Because I've always said they have this community. They have this community. They have this society where anything goes. It's always been like that. I believe it's always been like that all the way back to the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the producers, the people making all these films and all these movies, all these TV shows over the years. I believe that's always been going down in the R&B world, the music world, the rappers, the country, the singers, entertainment, period. Entertainment, period. There are those circles in there where they doing some despicable shit. And I guess people just over time, they get tired of it. People are getting tired of, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, if you don't allow me to do this, you might not get this part in this show. You might not get this part in this play. You might not get this record contract. Hell, Diddy promised old girl 10 albums. Cassie, did she ever see a second, third, fourth, fifth, let alone 10? Hell no. Soon as he got her under enough drugs, boy, he was whooping that ass on a daily basis, pimping her out, slutting her out, prostituting her out. And I don't care how freaky Cassie want to be. When you under so much drugs, when you no longer have a career, when somebody's always threatening you, they're calling your parents and telling your parents if they don't send you $20,000, like they got you under your thumb like that. There's no telling what you do just to survive, just to get your bills paid, to get your rent paid, to have lights and gas on in your home. So, you know, people look at it one way. Cassie, she was, you know, willing, and people look at it another way. Oh, Diddy was coercing, he was manipulative, he was gaslighter, he was a narcissist, he was definitely a woman beater, you know, things like that. And you can look at it how you want to look at it. But in the end, that nigga doing time right now and begging and pleading to get out. It's been going on for years, Jill. Absolutely. It's been going on for years. I'm glad that things are coming to light, all the things we assume. Yes. And you know what, Jill? I said this before. When I was younger, I was in a music group called Nubian Voices. Me and a couple of my homegirls from school and from the hood. And we were really good. We did talent shows, you know, things like that. We wrote our own songs. We actually wrote our own music. I, for one, wrote most of the shit. I used to have a notebook full of shit. The only reason why we stopped singing was because some of us got knocked up. And then I told y'all a story before. I have no shame in my story, my past. I get I every now and then I tell you guys, you know, parts of my life, true parts of my life. And there was a part of my life where I was homeless for years. And I was just here, there, and there, and there. But I do get transparent with you guys sometimes, from time to time. And one of the times when I was homeless, I was standing with my homegirl. Her name was Shawnee. And I was staying with her. And I had a room in her house that I was sharing with one of my god sisters, because we both were homeless around that time. And the house caught on fire. The house caught on fire. We weren't there. We actually came home. That was way back in the gap. Everybody didn't have cell phones then. I don't think I had a cell phone. I know I didn't have a cell phone then. And so I don't know how we got back to the crib. It was probably a bus or caught a ride or we walked. I don't remember. But we got back to the crib and the house was just up in smoke. And what was in that house, besides everything that we own, the little shit that we own, me and my god sister, like clothes, that's all we had really, a couple of clothes. My homegirl, that was her crib. So all her furniture, everything was gone. But what else went up in smoke? All my notebooks, all my tablets of all our music. And at that moment in time, it was like, it just hurt so bad to know that all our music, shit that we had wrote together, was gone. And that was like a turning point for me. I was like, fuck music, fuck singing. Y'all get knocked up. Y'all too busy anyway. We ain't doing rehearsing like we supposed to. Fuck it. It was a wrap. But I look back at that to say, if we really would have hit it big, well, we have been going through some of the same shit that other people had gone through in the industry as young Black women. And I feel like we probably would have. And I feel like, you know, there are times when you say shit like, why can't I do this? Why didn't God bless me to do this? Why didn't God bless me to do this? Why didn't God put me in this circle? Why didn't God put me on this path? Sometimes it's God saving your ass. Sometimes it's God saving your ass. And I think that around that time, if somebody would have taken me under their wing, and I was already homeless, but we could sing, like, ain't no telling how people would have taken advantage of us. Because we was poor, we was homeless, we didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it the fuck out. So yeah, I look back and I thank God that we didn't get taken under somebody's wing in Hollywood or New York or wherever all these, you know, California, LA, all these, you know, producers and, you know, things are. It wasn't for us. It wasn't for us. We ended up living regular smuggler lives, working regular jobs, going to college, having kids, you know, stuff like that. But I always look back and appreciate everything that I've been through. That's why I'm never ashamed to talk about the path that I came from, because it made me who I am today. And I'm not no great person. I'm not rich and famous. I'm not wealthy. I live day to day like the rest of y'all motherfuckers. Like, I live paycheck to paycheck sometimes. I rob Peter to pay Paul sometimes. I'll be like, light bill, do I gotta shut off notice? You sure? You sure? Cause I got a show I gotta do on YouTube tonight. I gotta make sure my internet work, my light bill. I'm just like anybody else. Okay, I have my good times, my bad times, right? And so but when I look back in hindsight, and I look back at all the people in the industry who were terrific, like people who sang way better than I could ever sing, and they got taken advantage of, or they got dropped because they weren't doing what a producer wanted them to do, and you never heard from them again. And I really believe that it was way, 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 way worse back in the 80s and 90s than it was in the 2000s and now. I believe it was way worse because it's so many people, these one-hit wonders, and you were in love with them. You were in love with their music. You were in love with their voice. And after one album, they're just gone? And 6 months later, they working at Walgreens or at Taco Bell? Like, what the fuck happened? Some people didn't allow themselves to be taken advantage of by these producers, by these rich, wealthy musicians and writers and labels. They didn't allow themselves. They had more pride. They had more morals. They said, fuck that shit. I'd rather go back to sacking groceries or go back to college or go back home to mama, go back to the hood from whence I came. And it probably saved their life. It probably saved them from a life of misery, drugs, pain, embarrassment. So, you know, I look at things differently than I did years ago when I used to always question, where the fuck are all these people? Like, for one of my favorite artists back then was Miss Chalet. Miss Shell motherfucking Lay. Miss Chalet. Y'all know who Miss Chalet is. I love me some Miss Chalet. I got all her albums. She only has 3, but the third one really wasn't giving. But Miss Chalet has always had a beautiful voice. It was just people like her. And we all know that, you know, Dre and her and what went down with them. And she was getting beaten and she was being taken advantage of. And there's people like her. And like I mentioned before, I always mentioned Tevin Campbell. It's so many people that were amazing artists, amazing singers, amazing vocalists that were either one-hit wonders or they just disappeared off the face of the earth. And it wasn't because they just want to. They just don't want to sing anymore. It was always a reason behind that had to do with the industry, the producers, the labels, and maybe a little bit of harassment in quotations. Y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this. I don't know if 50 Cent is really going to tear into Tyler Perry's ass like he threatened to do. Talking about Tyler Perry, your documentary coming out soon. I don't know. I think 50 Cent is trying to sit back. But if 50 Cent was smart, which I know he is, he'll reach out to a lot of people. And then a lot of people will reach out to him, just like with the Diddy shit. Just like when the shit hit the fan after the Cassie video, people start coming out the woodworks. And a lot of them have proof. A lot of them have proof of what Diddy did to them. So, you know, people will start coming out. 50 Cent will weed them out, just like, you know, they did with Diddy. They'll weed out all the people who they might think might be believable, might not be believable. And he'll get that documentary to going. And people, there's always proof. It's always footage, text messages, voicemails, emails. It's always proof in the pudding. Absolutely. God had a better plan over my life and a lot of other people's lives. God had a plan for all of us. We might make a plan, but it's always God who has the final say. Our plans don't mean shit when it comes to God sometimes. We can pray to him all we want. Oh, God, please let me win the Powerball. Oh, God, please let me win the... Oh, God, please. I promise. I give all this money away. I donate to this. I donate to that. Please let me win the Powerball. You know, we can pray about anything. We can want to do anything. Career, relationship, children, homes, friend, whatever. But God always has the final say. And sometimes it don't seem like the path we're on is meant for us. Like we done fucked up. But everything happens for a reason. So even when you fucked up, everything happens for a reason. You just got to find out why it happened, how to correct it, and how to redirect. Okay? All right. You said exactly, melanated. But yes, I just want to shout out all the people who came through tonight. It was another spur of the moment live, which I'll probably do a lot more often. I'll try to schedule them like 30 minutes to an hour in advance as I have the time in my schedule. Yes, you got to be obedient. Obedient is better than sacrifice. If y'all grew up in a church household, that was something that y'all always heard. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And we're going to leave that on that. Jill had the final say tonight. We're going to leave that on that. But if any of you guys are about to go live, let me know so I can tune in. I don't have shit to do the rest of the evening. I'm just going to sit here and, probably browse the internet. Maybe tomorrow, I know I won't be live tomorrow because, well, I don't know. I think I might finish my work. It might only take me I'm scheduled for 8 hours tomorrow, but I think I'll be done in about 2. And then for the rest of the day, I won't have shit to do. Then my baby is coming over around 4. I think my baby is coming over around 4 to spend the night. And then Sunday, I'm pretty sure I won't have no work left to do on Sunday. So if I don't go live tomorrow afternoon before my baby gets here, I'll probably go live Sunday, maybe in the evening-ish area. I'm just trying to get back into the algorithm, and I'm just trying to find different things to talk about. Like I said, if things in the B sector strike my interest, I'll discuss that. But y'all know I've never been strictly a B sector person who I never strictly covered the B sector. Let me put it that way. I've always done trending news, TV shows, movie reviews, hood news, trending news, and then a little bit of B sector here and there. So I don't know what 2026 is going to give for the hood table on my platform. I'm still growing my cake business. I'm still growing my t-shirt business that I just started doing a couple of months back. I like where that's going so far. The cake business, people always need cakes. Every now and then somebody hit me up right before I went live today, and they sent me a picture of a cake that they want me to do. So at the end of this month. So I'm waiting to hear back from them to see if they're going to go ahead with the order, because orders do have to be paid in full 10 days in advance. I don't play that shit. I know some people be like, you can pay when you pick up. Shit, I learned about 10 years ago. That don't work. Me making you a whole cake, a custom made cake, and then waiting on you to come and bring me the money for this cake. Shit, I done had my moments, and a lot of cake decorators I know have also. Nope, you got to pay 50% down to secure the date, and then the balance got to be paid at least 10 days in advance. Unless it's like a wedding or a huge order, then it got to be paid like 3 weeks in advance. In full. And I have the creds, I have the profile, I have the customers, I have the reviews going back over 10 years to let people know I'm not no scammer. If you pay me to make a cake, that cake is going to be there on the day that you need it or ready to be picked up, and that cake is not going to leave out my kitchen unless it looks like it belongs on the cover of a magazine. Every cake that I never made, y'all follow me on YouTube, IG, Facebook, wherever y'all follow me, and y'all see every cake that I done made over the years. And I don't play about my dessert and my hands on them desserts. I'm very good at what I do. And when you have a business like that where people do have to pay in advance, you want to make sure that you do everything right. You treat every customer like they're your only customer, Whether you need a cake that costs maybe $100 or whether your cake costs $450, whether you need a whole spread with all kind of table treats, chocolate covered treats and shit like that, or you just need a little cake for your baby, a little smash cake for their 1-year-old birthday. I treat every customer like they're my only customer, like they're my favorite customer, because I like to have that trust. I like to have that people trust me. If people reach out to me and I never heard from them before, it's because somebody referred them to me, and they trust that person to trust me. So that's how I run shit. Okay. I don't never have no problems when people hit me up. I need this t-shirt made. Okay, that'll be $25, $30. Here's my cash app. When you send me that money, I will print your t-shirt. You pay me for that cake or them cupcakes or them chocolate covered strawberries or them chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats or them chocolate covered pretzels or them chocolate covered whatevers. Okay. After you pay, I play. Okay. I don't my time is too motherfucking valuable. Y'all know how long it takes to make a custom cake? Even a custom cake that is on the minimal side of designs, it still take you like shit, damn near 2-3 hours. From the start of mixing that shit, mixing all the frosting. Don't let them need 2-3-4 different colors of frosting. Don't let them need a filling in between each layer. Don't let them need a different flavor on each layer. Don't let them need, you know what? Hey, child, you got to pay before I play. And that's real shit. But anyway, I'm about to get back in my inbox because, like I said, I had a customer reaching out to me earlier about a cake. Matter of fact, let me see if I can, hold on. I'm going to send you the picture of the cake they want me to do. Let's see. And this cake is a piece of pie. You know, when you've been doing desserts so long, it's like, and people hit you up, oh, can you make this? I'll be like, I can make whatever you want me to make. Like, just send me the picture. If you have we call them inspo pictures. For cake decorators, we call them inspo. If you see something out there on the internet, on Google, on Etsy, on wherever, somewhere on the internet, and that's what you want, then all you got to do is just send us the picture. And it's called an inspo pic. But here's the picture of the cake that they want me to make. Now, I'm in talks with them, so I don't know if they want all these fake diamond blingy things all around the cake. If they want the big silver bling letter on top of the cake. This cake, it looks like whoever Irresistible Delights is, that's where my potential customer found this picture, and they sent the picture to me. I told them I can do the cake. I just might have to find where these blingy things are. So I'll have to like check Etsy or Amazon or, you know, find out if they want all that. A lot of times customers will send you a picture of a cake and they really just want the cake. They're just sending you something to go off of, and they don't really care about all the extra the frills on the cake. But that cake right there, if you know anything about cakes and you look at that cake really well, you can see that it's covered with frosting first, and then it's covered with edible fondant. So I also asked them, do you like fondant? Do you care about fondant? Do you like the taste of fondant? Do you care that fondant costs way more than just a cake decorated in frosting? Now you need to let me know this before we move further on into the conversation, because a cake covered in fondant is going to cost like a half more than what a normal cake is. A normal cake like this one sitting in front of me might be like $125 without all that frills and stuff. With the lines going across, the diamond lines, and putting diamonds, rhinestones in each of every one of those, which are of course not edible. I really don't know why people like to do that anyway, because you literally have to pick off every single one of those rhinestones before you even cut the cake. And the band around the bottom of the cake, that's just a long band. You just cut it to the length that you want and you just wrap it around the cake. I've done that many times. I have gold bands, silver bands, all in my, with my supplies. But if they want it like that, it's very time consuming. You have to use a little wheel-like tool to do all those lines to make it look like a stitching. You got to do that all around the cake and make sure it's perfect. Then you got to have a whole bunch of the rhinestones. And you got to put them in all. You got to do this before the frosting or the fondant gets too hard, because if you wait too long or you take too long and the frosting or the fondant gets too hard, then it's going to have all kind of creases and lines around the indentation where you're putting all those rhinestones. So something like this might be like $125 to $140. But if they want it covered with fondant, that's going to be like an extra $50, because fondant per bag of fondant, a nice regular size bag of fondant is like $12, $13. And for this cake, you'll probably need at least 3 bags of fondant. So, and then the time to knead it out, to roll it out, to press it out, and then cover it on the cake. Yeah. So cakes can be very expensive. I had posted something on my Facebook page today, or was it yesterday? I posted something on my Facebook page. Where is it? Okay. This is what I posted on my Facebook page. I said, things I'm not doing in 2026 as a custom cake and trees decorator. Undercharging because someone has a budget, because I got bills too. Explaining why custom means custom, because if you can get it from Walmart, go right ahead. I encourage you. Number 3, I'm not accepting last minute orders because you forgot. That's not my emergency, because birthdays are on the same day every year. Number 4, I'm not feeling bad for enforcing my policies. Read them or don't book. Number 5, I'm not entertaining. Can I just ask you a question at 11:47 p.m. at night? Number 6, I'm not giving discounts to people who never support me at full price. Number 7, I'm not redoing work for people who change their minds after pickup. Number 8, accepting exposure like it pays the rent. Like, child, please. Did you see that shit? What's that girl? Oh, Deanna used to talk about that girl all the time. That girl, with the kids on, she be on YouTube. That black girl with the man, and they always breaking up. And what the fuck is her name? But she actually a cake decorator. Actually, Peach McIntyre. A cake decorator actually reached out to Peach McIntyre and said they will pay her thousands of dollars to allow them to make the birthday cake for her twins. I wish the fuck I would reach out to any celebrity and say, or anybody, period, and say, I will pay you for me to make your cake or desserts for a party or your birthday or your kids for exposure. Please. Nope, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, Captain. Sure, I get enough exposure from the clients that do pay me. Okay, I ain't about to pay somebody and hope that I get enough exposure from them. Who's the guarantee if they're gonna be sharing you out like you want them to? Or because for thousands of dollars, that's like a commercial, infomercial. I want you on every social media every motherfucking 30 minutes talking about me and my desserts. So anyway, I'm not accepting exposure like it pays the rent. The next one this year, I'm not chasing payments. If it's not paid, it won't be paid. It won't be made. And I've been like that for a long time. I'm not chasing payments. When people hit me up and say they want a cake order or a t-shirt or anything, and they hit me up, I'll be chasing them down. You still need that? Do you still need that? I ain't heard from you. I don't be doing that shit. I don't be doing that shit. You hit me up, you want a cake order, you got a birthday or a wedding or something coming up, then you need to stay on it. Okay? Also, I'm not explaining my worth to people who already decided they don't want to pay it. Now, if y'all a small business company or organization, if you're a cook, a baker, or anything like that, you always have people hitting you up asking you shit. And they want to know your prices, and they want to know this and know that, but they ain't planning on ordering from you. They usually just try to get some intel. I had somebody recently hit me up over and over and over again, asking me about this, how I do this, what I think about this. And I told one of my homegirls, I think that they try to get some intel. I don't think they really want to order from me. I think they're my competition. And lo and behold, next thing that they showed themselves and they proved themselves. And I just looked at it like, okay, I knew it. My homegirl said, damn, bitch, you was right. She said, I thought they was just, And I was like, nope, I already knew it. And next thing I know, they doing the same shit. I was like, I already knew it. That's why I was really vague about my shit. Like, I ain't, what? You better do your research just like I do my motherfucking research. Shit. But anywho, I've been on here an hour 30 minutes. I try to come live. I'm trying to come live at least like every day, every other day for at least an hour or so. So I gave y'all an hour 30 minutes today. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. You know what, sis? What up, sis Low? You said I'm not going to step with no one. Girl, not going step by step. Nope. Not going step by step. I remember when somebody asked me for my recipe to one of my desserts. I said, are you kidding me? If I just gave everybody my motherfucking recipes to all the cakes that I make, why would I even be in business? Child, you crazy. Oh, but Sislo, yeah. I had hit you up yesterday to see if you wanted to go live after I got off of work, because I told you I get off at 7:30 Central, but I never heard anything back. So I scheduled a live and I went live today, child. But I did check your YouTube channel to see if you had went live, because I know you said you wanted to go on lunch, but I couldn't join you on lunch because I had to work. I was like, oh, well, maybe she'll go live this weekend or something. But yeah, YouTube have a ton. Girl, YouTube have a ton of videos. My son, my oldest son, I was teasing him earlier. Was it today or yesterday? But he had hit me up talking about some food or something. And I was like, boy, if you don't get in that kitchen and start cooking. He said, Mom, how am I going to start cooking if you never taught me to cook? I said, I didn't teach your brother how to cook either. Now, mind you, when I was raising them, there was no time to put them in no damn kitchen. They played sports all year round. It was practice. It was sports. It was games. It was homework. It was schoolwork. It was extracurricular. Child, ain't nobody had no time. I'm working 2-3 jobs and going to college. Ain't nobody had no time to put their ass in the kitchen. They was too busy out there doing their thing. So, but I told him, I said, well, your brother, you've been out on your own for like 5-6 years, and your brother just moved out months ago. And on Thanksgiving, he cooked the whole ham. And he said, well, how did he cook a ham? I said, because he hit me up and asked me for some tips. And he said, oh, really? I said, yeah, your brother been cooking all kind of shit. And he only been gone since like August. He was like, huh, well, where should I go online to learn how to cook? So I said, I'll do just like I did with my other son. I'll send you some links. I'll send you like my favorite chefs on YouTube, IG. Then of course you can always hit me up. Mom, how do you make this? How do you make that? Stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of people just want to use you. They really just want to use you. But you got to be careful in 2026. Don't be used. Have your spidey senses on high. Keep your spidey senses on high. You said I did text back, but my oldest daughter and her family came by and they all just left. You text me back? Are you sure? Oh, you know what? You text me back. That was at 9:30 tonight. I'm talking about yesterday. After I told you, I asked you yesterday, would you be ready at 7:30 to go live after I got off of work today, and you never responded. And then you sent me a text message today, but that was like an hour ago. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. But if you want to go live tomorrow, if you want me to join you, I should be free around maybe 1. I'll let you know, because I do got to work in the morning. But again, I don't think I have enough work that'll take me more than a couple of hours to finish. So I'm going to knock that out real quick. I think I got 100 orders, depending on what comes in overnight, but should only have like 100 orders that I need to knock out. my real job, that 401k job, that job, not my cakes or my t-shirts, but the one with all the health benefits and shit. But yeah, so I should be able to knock those out probably before noon. But I'll let you know, sis. I'll let you know. But yeah, so thanks everyone who tuned in tonight. Make sure help me get back in that algorithm. Please like and share the video. If you're new here, please feel free to join, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, if you want to donate to the platform or donate to the commentary, our Cash App is $ the Hood Table 402. And shout out again for those watching me on Facebook, and shout out to those again who's watching me on YouTube. I appreciate all of you guys so very much. Now, as we always do, we always finish up, we always wrap up at the end of our show. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye. Good night, Jilly Poo. Good night.